Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, and your presenter with a special immigration report. Deportation of unregistered immigrants. Policies target those failing to register, risking mass arrests and legal action. One of the most significant measures in Trump's immigration executive orders is the mandatory registration of all non-citizens with the U.S. government. The order mandates that every non-citizen, including those with lawful status, provide their fingerprints and register under an obscure and rarely used provision of U.S. immigration law. Those who fail to comply with this requirement will face criminal penalties, which could lead to arrests and deportation. This measure is expected to disproportionately affect undocumented immigrants who have no formal way of complying with the registration requirement. Without a clear and accessible registration process, millions of people living in the U.S. without authorization could face immediate legal consequences, including detention and deportation. The executive orders instruct immigration enforcement agencies to prioritize arrests of individuals who are found to be unregistered, effectively criminalizing their presence in the country. The potential implications of this policy include widespread fear and uncertainty among immigrant communities. Immigrants may avoid seeking medical care, education, or law enforcement assistance out of fear of being identified and deported. Furthermore, local governments and advocacy groups may face challenges in advising immigrants on how to comply with the new requirements, leading to confusion and potential legal challenges. Critics argue that this policy could overwhelm the immigration system with a surge in enforcement actions and strain resources required to manage large-scale deportations. In addition, lawsuits are expected to challenge the constitutionality of imposing criminal penalties on individuals who may not have had a fair opportunity to comply with registration requirements. Ultimately, this measure represents a significant shift in U.S. immigration policy, focusing not just on unauthorized border crossings, but also on immigrants already living and working in the country. Conclusion: Trump's executive orders dramatically expand immigration enforcement within the U.S. and at the border. Key changes include the expansion of expedited removals, mandatory registration for non-citizens, revocation of work permits, and aggressive targeting of sanctuary jurisdictions. At the border, asylum is heavily restricted, the military is mobilized, and policies such as Remain in Mexico are reinstated. Additionally, future arrivals face severe vetting processes, and birthright citizenship is challenged. These actions signal a shift towards mass deportations and stricter immigration controls, but many aspects are likely to face legal challenges and further policy clarifications. Precautions green card holders should take before traveling. 1. Consult an immigration attorney. Before making any travel plans, green card holders should consult an experienced immigration attorney to assess their criminal history and evaluate their risks. Law firms, such as Figueroa & Associates, can provide legal guidance on whether travel is advisable and recommend legal remedies to address pending charges or past convictions. 2. Obtain certified court dispositions. Green card holders should collect certified copies of court dispositions for all past criminal cases. These records can help verify the resolution of past cases to CBP officers upon re-entry, provide documentation for waiver applications if required, be used by attorneys to challenge potential deportation proceedings. 3. Apply for a waiver if necessary. If a green card holder is inadmissible due to past convictions, they may need to apply for a waiver before traveling abroad. Potential options include Form I-601, Application for Waiver of Grounds of Inadmissibility. This waiver can overcome criminal inadmissibility issues. Permission to reapply, Form I-212, required for those who have been previously removed or deported. 4. Avoid travel until criminal matters are resolved. If a green card holder has an ongoing criminal case, it is generally advised to avoid traveling outside the U.S. until the case is fully resolved. Leaving the country with pending charges may be interpreted as abandonment of their legal case and can lead to default judgments that could negatively impact their immigration status. The inability to re-enter the U.S. due to unresolved legal matters. 5. Prepare for secondary inspection at airports. If traveling is unavoidable, green card holders should be prepared for questioning and secondary inspection by immigration officers. To mitigate issues, carry all relevant legal documents, including proof of lawful status, employment records, and court dispositions. Be truthful and consistent in responding to questions from CBP officers. Seek legal counsel before leaving to know how to handle different scenarios. 6. Be aware of automatic green card revocation risks. Certain criminal convictions can lead to automatic loss of green card status, including drug offenses, crimes involving moral turpitude, aggravated felonies such as fraud exceeding $10,000 or violent crimes. It is crucial to understand whether a past conviction may trigger automatic revocation of permanent resident status. 7. Renew the green card before traveling. If the green card is expiring soon, renewal should be completed before traveling to avoid additional scrutiny during re-entry. However, if there are criminal convictions, the renewal process could trigger a review of immigration status and possible denial. Steps to take upon re-entry to the U.S. If green card holders with criminal records travel abroad and attempt to re-enter, they should follow these steps. 1. Cooperate with immigration authorities. Avoid providing false information and remain calm during questioning. 2. Request legal representation. If placed in secondary inspection, individuals have the right to request an immigration attorney. 3. Understand their rights. Green card holders have the right to due process and should not sign any documents that waive their right to a hearing without consulting an attorney. Conclusion: traveling with pending criminal cases or past convictions presents significant risks for green card holders. Whether traveling within the U.S. or abroad, taking precautions such as consulting an attorney, obtaining necessary documentation, and applying for waivers where applicable can help mitigate risks. Seeking legal advice from experienced immigration attorneys, such as Figueroa and Associates, can provide the necessary guidance to protect one's immigration status and avoid potential removal from the United States.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.